Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. It's Zion Chapel night. With us tonight, we have Bubba Lee. He's the head girls basketball coach at Zion Chapel. And we have Josh O'Neill. He's the boys head coach at Zion Chapel. And I want to thank y'all for coming.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bubba.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach O'Neill. And welcome to the show. And this is the Zion Chapel bass team hat. That was given to me about a month or so ago. Miss Haley and 5 or 6 of the team members came on the show and talked a little bit about the Zion Chapel bass team. So, Bubba, we'll get started with you. You are the girls' head basketball coach.
Yes, sir.
How many years have you been doing that?
I took over the girls program last year, so this is my second year.
Your second year. Now, a little bit of your background, Bubba. Where did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school from Zion Chapel, so I'm an alumni.
Okay.
It's always been home kind of for me.
Yeah. What year did you graduate?
2012.
2012. But when you were in the middle school, you were at Charles Simpson Middle School, and that's when I first met you. And
Yes,
I
sir.
think you go by Zach sometimes. But
Yeah,
now it's
Zach,
Bubba.
Zach, Heath, Bubba, I go by all of them.
Yeah, Zach, Heath, and Bubba. And your family,
We're from the Troy area. I kind of grew up in the Tarentum community, just outside of Brundage on the Coffee County line. Like I said, kind of grew up going to Charles Henderson. Left Charles Henderson halfway through my 8th grade year. Went to Zion Chapel and graduated from Zion Chapel. Went to Huntington College for a little while. Got a little expensive and dropped out and got hired on at Troy City Schools about 7 years ago and started working there, and that started my coaching career at Charles Henderson.
okay. Now, who are your parents, Zach?
Carol Lee and Tracy Lee.
Okay. Now, your wife?
My wife is Jessica Lee. She's a second grade teacher at
Okay.
Zion Chapel.
Now, what is her maiden name?
Holton. She's from Niceville, Florida.
That's what. And y'all are expecting your first.
Yes.
Well,
We're expecting our
congratulations.
first kid.
What time of the year?
August.
In August.
Yes.
Do we know?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Well, that's fine. And well, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And Coach O'Neill, your background, your high school.
Yeah, I'm a 2012 graduate of Pleasant Home in southern part of Covenant County, about 15 minutes south of Andalusia.
Okay. Your parents.
My dad is Dennis O'Neill. My mom's Donna Kelly.
Okay.
Both of them graduated from Andalusia, some mid-'80s.
In the Bulldog country.
That's right.
But you went to Pleasant Home. What's
I
the
did.
mascot at Pleasant Home?
They're the Eagles.
Eagles. And I just know one thing about Pleasant Home. They teach you how to play basketball pretty
Oh,
early
yeah.
down there.
Oh, yeah.
Have you got siblings? Coach?
I do. I have a sister. She's 26.
Okay. What about you, Bubba?
I have a sister. She's 30, I think.
Okay.
29,
I
30.
don't know. So, well, good. Now, and what high school did you attend? I mean, what college, Josh?
I graduated from Troy in fall of 16.
Okay.
And then I went to Russell County High School and taught there for 3 years, and then came to Zion in 2019. I've been there ever since.
So this is your how many years of teaching?
So I started in January, so this was my 6th year teaching, but my 5th full year.
Okay. Now, what is your degree in at Troy University?
Social science education, secondary social science education.
And your teaching load at Zion Chapel, what does it include?
Yeah, so I teach 9th and 12th grade history. I teach 3 9th grade classes a day and 3 12th grade classes a day.
Okay.
So right now we're teaching economics and world history.
Okay. Now I was going to ask you a question. Now, besides the sport of basketball, what other sports are y'all involved in at Zion Chapel?
I coach football. I coach offensive and defensive line, and then I'm the head boys basketball coach.
I do football as well. I do the inside linebackers, and I coach the B team boys basketball team and the girls basketball team.
Now, did you wear 44?
I did.
It seems like I remember that. You're a little bit older than, are you about the same age as Lauren?
Lauren was a grade behind me.
Lauren Knight?
Mm-hmm. She was a grade behind me.
Okay. See, for some reason I can remember 44. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it might have been when you played Goshen, but I remember seeing you play one time there at Zion Chapel. One thing I can tell you about Zion Chapel, if there's an event going on, the bleachers will be packed, the stadium will be packed, the
That's the truth.
auditorium, if you have an auditorium, there's a lot of support in Zion Chapel.
We have great fan support from our fans.
Now, the structure of Coffee County schools, the public schools that are under the jurisdiction of Coffee County schools, what high schools are those?
It's Zion Chapel, New Brockton High School, and Kinston High School.
Those three.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then we also have Elba City.
Elba City and Enterprise City.
And Enterprise City. And Enterprise is 7A.
Yes,
sir.
Is Elba?
Elba's currently 2A.
They're going back down to 1.
They're going back
they're
to
dropping.
1. Okay.
And Kinston's 1A, and New Brockton staying 3A.
Stay in 3A.
New Brockton's 3A.
Yes.
Now, what classification have y'all been?
2 ever since 2010.
You're going back to 2.
Yeah, we're
2A.
staying 2.
Well, in the field of basketball, who are the schools in your area that you compete against?
Our area consists of G.W. Long High School in Skipperville, Ayrton, and Elba.
Elba. So that's a pretty good league in basketball as well.
It's challenging, boys and girls. I mean, all 3 of the other schools field really competitive teams. So
Yeah,
there's never an easy way out.
GW Long for the girls is the top dog. They go to Elite 8 Final Four, it seems like every year, and they've won it in the past. I mean, Elba, when they were 1A 2 years ago, they won the state championship. Erickson's always got a good team. So all around, boys and girls, it's challenging.
It appears, those 2 schools, Ayrton and GW Long, they have a well-rounded men and women's sports program.
They do.
They do a really good job over
And
there.
it just, and I think Zion Chapel has that potential. It's just.
It's a process.
It's
It
a
is.
process.
It's a process. I feel like we're taking the right steps. So
Mhm.
I mean, I think both programs are in the right direction.
Josh, I'm going to ask you a question. Why were you interested in teaching and coaching when you entered the spectrum of college?
Well, I knew from the start I had a passion for history. Like I just always loved it. Always my favorite subject in school, and I had a really good educational background. I have a lot of family that's in education. My uncle's on the school board in Covington County, and then I had really great teachers when I was at Pleasant Home. Most of them aren't there anymore, but a few of them are. But so encouraging. You tell they made a difference in your education and as you as a person. Probably the biggest influence was my history teacher my senior year. I think he's at Huntsville now.
What's his name?
Coach Gibson, Lamar Gibson.
Lamar Gibson.
I think he's from Luverne.
Really?
He's
Lamar Gibson.
I can't even begin to think about how old he was. He was fairly new, so he was someone that was not too far off in age, someone you could relate to. Did a fantastic job. Really inspired me. When I got to Troy, I really wasn't in any doubt what I wanted to do.
Okay.
If I could make an impact like that.
But football, basketball, your love is. I mean, do you have which?
I mean, I love both of them equally.
Okay.
I love basketball. That's probably my number one. But I mean, both of them consume a lot of my time, and I care about both of them equally.
Yeah. Who was your basketball coach at Pleasant Home?
My basketball coach was Jerry Davis. He came from Florida. I can't remember exactly where. I think it was Ponce de Leon, but had a long history in Florida athletics. Florida Hall of Fame. Won like 600, 700 games.
Wow.
Yeah. So when he came to us, he was kind of on the retirement tour, but did a fantastic job. I mean, really well structured. Really instilled love for the game for me.
Pleasant Home, I grew up in Goshen, Alabama, but it's like I loved going to school. The atmosphere was wonderful. We had great teachers. And if there was a ball involved, I wanted to have a ball in my hand or a glove on my hand or whatever.
That's right.
And I'm sure. Now, how many was in your graduating class at Pleasant Home?
I want to say we had about 36.
Yeah. What about you, Bubba? Do you remember?
59.
Yeah, I think we had like 60 or 62 at Goshen in 1977, but you knew everybody.
Oh yeah.
But it was just a good, wholesome school. The fan base, the support was there 100%, and I could probably assure you or imagine Pleasant Home's in one of those places in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Would be a great place for your kids to go to school, just like it is Zion Chapel.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
And with that said, now, Bubba, I was going to ask you, why did you have an interest in coaching?
There's probably too many people to name. I had some great coaches at Zion Chapel. Traditionally, when I left Charles Henderson going to Zion Chapel, you didn't really think of sports at Zion Chapel. And my senior year, we had a really good football team. Went 8-3, hosted a playoff game, and my head coach was Mike Waters. He was at Pike County for a while in Elba. Very old school, but he cared about you and he loved you, and made a big impact in my life. And Bradley Bowers is our assistant principal now. He was our defense coordinator. And just guys like that try to get the best out of you and show you that hard work pays off, and doing the little things the right way pay off. That kind of just wanted to give back and hopefully be like they were in my life, and lead some kid in the right direction. I tell the kids all the time, it's not all about losses and wins. If I can make you a better person, a better man, a better woman growing up, then I've done my job.
Yeah, when at Goshen was my history of it, my dad was disabled. And the men who took time in Little League, junior high football, varsity football, even when I was a manager, I loved every minute of it, and I just ate it up. Mm-hmm. It was something to do as an outlet. And there's a lot of guys I'll think of that were influential in my life, and that's what impacted me to want to be a teacher of physical education first, because I had a guy named Whitey Whitman who was a phenomenal physical education teacher and coach, and I just wanted to emulate what he did and give back to those who, to just like what y'all were saying. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and we want to thank a couple of our sponsors, Raymond's Barber and Style Shop, here on South Running Street, Sticky Frogs. If you see my truck rolling through town, it's full of stickers. See Miss Jennifer, that's Lenny Trawick. He's a sponsor. He gives guitar lessons on the square, Home Gallery. David and Sherry Helms, they're located on Love Street. State Farm, Bryant Smith's located right down the road on South Brundage. I've been a State Farm guy all my life. This is Pike Farmers Co-op. Danny Drull, he's at Goshen, but they have a location here in Troy. Piggly Wiggly, Steve and Jennifer Garrett, two locations, and Golden Boy. We'll be back after these messages with more of Zion Chapel basketball.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not, pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
This is Barney at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and I'm here to nip this sale in the bud.
Hello, folks. This is Greg Anthony, sales manager at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy, Alabama, offering discounts up to $15,000.
Let's nip that.
0% financing up to 72 months.
We got a nip then.
Barney, $5,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in.
You're killing the competition.
Barney!
Troy Cable is the leader in smart home security, giving you solutions to monitor, protect, and automate your home. Troy Cable Security keeps your property safe with 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency response. Control thermostats and lighting remotely, which allow options for saving energy and money. Control access to your home remotely with integrated controls for door locks. You can even add our smart home cameras, which allow you to see what you care about instantly. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Lee. Tonight we have the two head coaches at Zion Chapel in basketball. The boys coach is Mr. Josh O'Neill. And this is Bubba Lee. He's the girls' head basketball coach. And tomorrow night we play who?
GW Long.
At home.
Yes.
And is that a area game?
It is.
That is an area game.
It is our last one.
Okay. And in our area again, we have
GW Long, Elba, and Ayrton.
And after we play them, who do we play the rest of this week? We got like three or four games
We'll
left?
play Kinston Friday. And then next week we play Wicksburg and Pleasant Home to end the season.
Where do you play Friday?
At home.
At home.
Yes.
And then next Thursday, I think, is
At home. That's the last home game.
And then
the last game is in Pleasant Home.
Okay. Have you already had senior night?
We have.
We did.
We had senior night this past Thursday against Goshen.
Okay. Did we win that?
Boys did.
The boys did. All right, let's talk about our roster just for a minute, and then after we get through that, we're going to start showing pictures. All right, Coach, we'll start with the girls. Lakin Free.
Yep, she's, I believe, a freshman.
JC Herbert.
And, I think she's an 8th grader for me.
She's not fair.
Ninth grader.
And if I pronounce the name wrong,
Okay.
correct me. All right, Carly McAllister.
Yep, another young one.
Another ninth grader. And it looks like you got three seniors. Kaylin McAllister, is she a sister to Carly?
Yes, they're sisters.
Okay, but Kaylin is a senior.
Yes.
And Ashley McKenzie is an 8th grader. What about Destiny McWaters?
She's a senior. It's her first year ever playing ball. She's come a long way.
Okay. Savannah Norris.
Another young one. I believe she's a freshman as well.
What is that? Is she a
8th
7th grader? Well,
No.
she's a young girl.
She's young.
Okay. All right, Madison.
Pasnicott.
Say that again.
Pasnicott.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madison Pasnicott.
It took me a while to get used to that one too. She's another one of my seniors.
She's a senior. All right.
Mary Casey Prescott.
Mary Casey Prescott. She's a 9th grader.
Yep. She's one of my. She's her first year playing basketball was last year, and she's one of my better ones. She's come a long way.
And Caitlin Register.
Her first year playing. She's a post player for me.
Ellie Sheets.
She's one of my starters. Her first year playing was last year. She's come a long way. Her shots really improved. By the time she's a junior, senior, she could be a good ball player.
Shaylee Wombles.
Shay, she's her first year playing was last year as well. She's come a long way. She really makes the offense go. She scores a lot of our points. She just hurt her ankle. I think she's done for the season, but she was one of the leaders for the team.
Okay. Riley Bannon.
Yep, another young one, freshman. Good little athlete, real physical. By the time she's a junior, senior, could be a really good player as well.
So you got three seniors, and the rest of them are 9th graders and below. You don't have a sophomore or junior, do you?
I do not. Hannah Finger's another one that's not on that list that plays for me.
Melanie Deal.
And Melanie Deal, she's a senior.
Okay.
She's never played until this year. But Hannah, she's a freshman as well, isn't she?
She's a 10th grader.
10th grader. Hannah, she can be really good. She's very physical. Her brother JD played some basketball and baseball and football for me in the past.
Are y'all able to do any kind of camps, or is there like a small league for the youth there?
Yeah, we have a youth league at Zion. I think they have one for just about every age, from kindergarten on up to 6th grade. They do a good job there. They just recently started, like they'll go play Ayrton, New Brockton, Elba. They'll play some other close schools.
Okay. Now, who helps you coach varsity and your JV coaches?
My for B team is Bryce Watson, and Coach O'Neill helps me as well with that. And for the girls, it's Joe McCrory and Kennedy Logan.
Okay. All right, Coach, let's look at your roster real quick. This is Coach O'Neill's varsity boys.
Yes.
All right, Coach, we got Jacob Chestnut.
Yeah, Chestnut is a 10th grader. He's been on varsity. This is his second year. He started as a 9th grader for us last year. Probably one of our better scorers. He's probably our second leading scorer. Not a very big kid, but plays way bigger than what his height is listed as. He's a real difference maker for us.
Braden Watson.
Braden is he's a glue guy. Straight energy. He's a senior. He's been playing. I guess he's been playing since way before I got there.
Yeah, I had all these guys on this group were kind of one of my first teams with that B team group that I coach. Really good team. They get after it.
Yeah, Braden's probably the most athletic kid we have.
He's 5'9" and can he can dunk it sometimes, and sometimes he can't. He can get up.
He's a senior.
He is. He's one of the better kids to have around because he hustles so hard. He kind of sets the tone for his teammates.
Well, Coach, our record right now is what,
We're
14?
14-8.
14-8.
Yep.
And what about the Grantham brothers, Leighton and Slade?
Leighton is a 10th grader. Leighton is a junior. This is his first year on varsity. He had a pretty serious shoulder injury during football.
Yep.
Last game of the season, broke his collarbone. So he's been kind of coming along, but got a really smooth shot. Got some good length. He really helps us out. And then Slade is his younger brother. Slade's a B team kid, but we pulled him up.
Yeah, he's my starting point guard. He's pretty savvy with the ball in his hands.
He's really talented.
What grade is he in?
He's a 10th grader.
He's a 10th grader.
Yeah, he actually played for us against Elba. Played pretty much the entire second half. Mm-hmm. Hit a huge 3 to put us up 4, and then hit some clutch free throws. Handles the ball well under pressure.
Really good ball player.
Yeah.
Now Leighton, was that his shooting shoulder?
No, he wasn't. It was the other
It was
one.
left one. Yeah.
What about Zay Adair? Seems like I remember some Adair.
Oh, yeah.
Zay seems like he's been there forever.
And Zay's been around for about as long as Zion's been around. He's a senior. He's one of our guards. He's our first guy off the bench. He's our sixth man. He actually had his best game the other night against Goshen. Senior night, he had 24. Zay's a good kid. He'll do exactly what you ask out of him. Plays good defense, shoots the ball well, takes care of the basketball. He's a good one to have around.
Brady Cobb.
Brady is probably our best offensive player. Last year he broke his leg about
5 seconds into
about 5 seconds into our season.
Yeah.
He's been on
Didn't get to
varsity.
play.
Been on varsity for like 4 years.
What grade is he?
He's a senior. Yeah. He's our superintendent's son.
Okay.
Really good kid. Really good basketball player.
Now that you mentioned superintendent, now that I want to compliment Coffee County Schools. And I had to go to Elba the other day. A friend of mine's, his father-in-law passed away. And I went by Zion Chapel, and that place looks like it's beautiful. It's, and y'all were able to purchase that land on the left before you get there, and that place looks like you better make sure nobody's coming on the other side of the road because you can't help but look.
When they bought that land, that kind of enabled us to build the new gym. That was the Hurd family land. I know they've been thanked, but I want to thank them for that because without that, I don't know if we'd have the new gym right now.
Right.
There's a lot of pride, a lot of pride in this area, especially with our school system. And it's not just our school. It's all three.
Right. Chase, and during the season, do y'all get to play? You play Kinston and New Brockton?
We've played New Brockton twice, and then we've played Kinston once. We played them again on Friday. Mm-hmm. So we'll have played all the county schools, and we play Elba.
Yeah, we swept New Brockton.
Yeah,
all 3 teams, and the B team beat Kinston first time. The girls lost. We lost by like 8, and the boys won.
Yeah.
So get to try to get some redemption then on the girls' side Friday night.
Yeah. Plus, all those kids know each other.
Oh yeah, everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows your name. Chase Horstman.
Chase is a senior.
Did I pronounce his name right?
You did, yeah. Okay. He's a senior. He moved here in 10th grade from Wisconsin. I can't tell you how or the background.
Is he a big old boy?
He's about 6'4".
Okay.
Good length.
He's really long.
Good defender.
Plays really good defense. Scores the ball well inside. He actually had a dunk against New Brockton. I can't remember last time there was a dunk in a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a breakaway and went up and dunked it. It was the first game in the new gym. It was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really cool moment. It got the
He was
crowd.
the first dunk.
Oh, yeah.
in the game.
Oh yeah, he got the crowd hyped up after that. But he's great kid. Yes sir, no sir, does everything the right way. Just sets a good example.
What about Mason Stewart?
Mason's just like Slade. He's a B team guy that we pull up whenever the B team doesn't have a game or there's a tournament.
Gets after it like 100 miles everywhere he goes. He's going to be wide open. Sometimes it gets him in a little bit of trouble, foul wise and everything. But you can't get on to him for going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, Colin Lambier.
That's right. He's also our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Mason.
Now Grant, from what grade is Grant the men?
Braden.
Yeah.
He's a junior as well.
He's a junior, and Mason Stewart
Is a 10th grader.
10th grader. Okay. All right, Cole McDaniel.
Cole is a senior. Just like Chase, he moved in the 10th grade. He came from New Brockton.
Okay.
But Chase is about 6'7", about 220.
Wow.
He's our big guy.
Yeah, he's really long. Man, is a serious threat on defense. He scores. He'll score a handful of points a game, but his impact is defense. He's so long, it's just hard to get a shot over him.
What about this Peyton Booth?
Oh yeah,
Peyton Booth.
Peyton, man, he's one of the.
Bull in the china shop.
You ask anybody at school.
Okay.
He's probably one of the best kids.
Yeah, great
in
kid.
general.
Great kid.
You can tell was raised the right way, but Peyton's not very big, but kind of like Chestnut, plays much bigger than he is.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to tell he's 5'10". He plays like he's 6'5".
What grade is Booth in?
He's a senior.
He's another senior.
Yeah, we have a lot of seniors.
What? Dwayne Bannon.
Dane.
Bannon.
Bannon.
Oh, Bain. Okay,
Dane
Bain.
Bannon.
Dane Bannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
His sister's actually on the girls' team. That's Riley's brother.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dane's a senior. Another big. He's about 6'3", 240.
Yeah.
He's
Has come a long way.
Long way.
When I had him on B team, he's put in a lot of work to get from where he was at to where he's at now. First part of the season, he was scoring a lot of points for us, and then he had to kind of go into quarantine issues with the world we live in today, and kind of affected him. But great kid, he always gets after it.
I'll tell you this about Dane. There was a stretch where Cole he was having some heart issues. Cole's our length and kind of how we built our defense around it.
Is he on the Bass team too?
He is.
Yes.
That's right, because I remember her talking about him that he had.
He's having some issues with his heart, and now he's back now and he's fine.
Okay.
But Dane really stepped up and and played a role that that no one would have expected him to fill. He did a fantastic job.
What about this Shaw Kirkland?
Yeah, Shaw is a senior.
Okay.
He's got a really good 3-point shot from the outside. He's a great kid. He shows up to practice every day, willing to work, willing to do whatever you ask out of him. He doesn't complain. He's always ready to go. Whenever you need him, he's there.
So you got 8 seniors.
Yes,
So
sir.
you're a senior Layton.
Oh yeah.
Now your coaches, coach, who's on your coaching staff?
Yeah, Bubba does our B team, and then he mentioned Bryce Watson earlier. Bryce is he graduated high school last year. He's helping us out this year, and he does a fantastic job. He was our point guard last year. He played with Nate and all them, and he always does things the right way. The kids, normally when you have a person come back from graduating and try to help out, they kind of treat themselves like a kid. He's very professional. The kids respond to him, very knowledgeable.
Who are some people you'd like to mention, like your managers or your people who keep your books, or
one of our I first mentioned Caden O'Dore. He's a 9th grader. He's in my history class on a football team. He does our huddle for us, which is what films our games.
Wow,
really good kid, man.
That's good.
Oh yeah, he's more than willing to help out. So Caden, if you're watching this, props to you.
Give me his name again.
Caden O'Dore.
So he's learning the aspect of technology.
Yes,
and that is unbelievable. And that just like football, basketball, baseball. This huddle stuff is unreal.
It's challenging.
It's a lot better than having to go 50 miles like I used to and exchange DVDs.
Yeah, I can.
And then Dylan Davis does our clock.
Sport.
He's our electronic clock operator. He teaches. I can't remember what he teaches. He teaches like environmental. He teaches some elective classes at our school, and then our nurse Heather Adcock is our bookkeeper.
She does books for all 3 games.
It's your nurse's, what's her name again?
Heather Adcock.
Well, she has got her hands full.
Yes.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
I've got a first cousin who's the nurse at Goshen High School, Kim Thomas Hester, and like our nurses at Pikeville Morris are.
I would not want her job right now.
Yes, I don't envy her.
Let's talk about the administration at Zion Chapel. Who are the principal and assistant principal there?
So Bubba mentioned Mr. Bowers. He's our assistant principal. Our principal is Mr. Barton, Matt Barton. He's from the Enterprise area. And then Miss Tingy is our.
Miss Tingy kind of takes care of the elementary side. Miss Tingy, Deandra Tingy. She's from I think her dad's a pastor in Kinston, but I don't think they're originally from this area.
Right. Who's the glue of the school? Who's the secretary and the lunchroom man? I mean, there's got to be a glue or
the secretary,
a custodian or something like that.
Secretary is Miss Courtney Jenright. She helped me with basketball last year. She's the cross country coach as well. And Miss Amanda Dobbs does the bookkeeping. She handles all our money for us. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be able to get anything for the kids.
She keeps us straight.
Yeah. And Miss June kind of takes care of the lunchroom and feeds everybody. I mean, it's kind of a team effort out there. Everybody kind of picks up their slack.
And our athletic director and head football coach is
Randy Bryant.
Randy Bryant. And how long has Randy been there?
5 years. Him and Cody Keene left. Charles Henderson went to Zion, and Randy called me a few months later and offered me a job out there. And I went out there with Randy, and I've been there. Me and him's been there ever since. And Cody moved on to Russell County. He's the AD at Russell County now.
Cody
Keene.
Yeah, Keene. He was at Charles Henderson. Is that how you met Randy when he was at Charles Henderson?
So I just walked up to him and just told him congratulations being a Zion Chapel alum. I want what's best for Zion Chapel no matter what. And I just went up to Randy and told him congratulations, and he asked if I'd be interested in coming back to Zion Chapel, and I told him I was, and God opened that door for me, and I've been there 5 years.
You know, his wife, Natalie, when I first came to Charles Henderson Middle School, she was an 8th grader, 7th, 8th grader, and one of the best kids I've ever taught.
Good family. Their 2 kids are great kids. Always yes sir, no sir. Good family.
All right, so we got Georgia to be long tomorrow. Tip off at 4:30. You got a B-team boys game, varsity girls and varsity boys.
Yes, sir.
And then on the 28th, which is this Friday, we'll host Kinston in Zion Chapel. B-team, varsity girls, varsity boys. Next week, we host Wicksburg at Zion Chapel at 4:30. Same 3 teams. And then the Pleasant Home, you'll travel to Pleasant Home to play your alma mater.
Yes, sir.
At 4:30 on the 4th, which is a Friday.
It is.
Okay. Now, how does someone get into the game? Do they have to do that? Can they play cash, or
they can come pay cash straight at the door of our place?
At some schools, they're doing the online ticket sales, but at Zion Chapel, you can just show up, cash in hand, and get in.
Okay.
Yep, come.
And cash on the concession stand.
Yeah,
Bring
$7. Bring you $7.
$7 to get
watch
in.
Basketball game.
It's worth the $7.
Well, let's take another quick break, and then we're going to come back with some of the highlights and some pictures of the Zion Chapel seniors. But please, hang in there, and we'll be back after these messages.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Troy Cable is the leader in smart home security, giving you solutions to monitor, protect, and automate your home. Troy Cable Security keeps your property safe with 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency response. Control thermostats and lighting remotely, which allow options for saving energy and money. Control access to your home remotely with integrated controls for door locks. You can even add our smart home cameras, which allow you to see what you care about instantly. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Lee. We have Bubba Lee, and we have Coach O'Neill, the coaches at Zion Chapel High School. And in the booth, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nate Braystead. He is a graduate of Zion Chapel High School, and his mother, Miss Kim, teaches there. And he's got a little brother, Wes, Chester Cathedral, that goes to school there. And his dad, Richard, is one of the best fellows I ever met, the Braystead family. But we got a highlight of Mr. Brady Cobb, and we're going to show that to you now. Player of the Week, not long ago. Brady Cobb, he is a senior, wears number 5. I'm going to show you those highlights.
It's Caldwell in the high post. Watson comes away with it, has Cobb up. Cobb will go up and gets it home. 2 points. Someone boxed out, they stand no chance of getting a rebound. Cobb drives baseline, finishes. Gets it to go for 2. Henderson to Coleman. Picked up by Cobb. All the way again. And 1 for Brady Cobb. Here's Daniels. Picked off by Chestnut. Passed up to Cobb. By Merrick. Horseman in the corner, hits Cobb underneath. Takes it in for 2. Horseman in the corner. Now Cobb shoots for 3 and gets it.
All right, let's show some of those pictures, Nate, if you can. Show them on the full screen of some of the senior nights and all in the new gym. There's a new gym. There's the aerial view.
Yep.
How many, do we know how many that holds?
880.
Yep.
And y'all opened that what day? In January?
The 4th?
December 24.
There's the ribbon cutting. Hold it there. Is that you
yeah.
in a tie right there, Bubba?
Yeah.
December 21st was the first.
That's you back there too, Coach.
Oh yeah, you see me. In
big
the
guy back there. Yeah, you can't miss him.
And y'all got a pep band? Do they come to most home games?
They're coming tomorrow night. They usually don't.
Okay.
They usually pick a few games a year. They come out and.
Who is your band director?
Tyler Logan.
Tyler Logan.
Troy alum.
Does a great job.
He was, I want to say, a drum major for the Sound of the South.
All right, who's the gentleman in the big guy near the, the lady in the red?
The lady in the red is our superintendent, Miss Kelly Cobb.
Okay.
I want to say that is, I I can't really tell.
Who's got the scissors?
Brian McLeod, maybe? Is that Mr. Brian?
No, he's besides Mr. Driggers.
Oh, that's who it is, Driggers.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Driggers is in the black suit.
Okay.
He's a graduate of Zion.
I mean, you got, so how many baskets are in that thing?
There's six goals.
and they're all
Six
on a
Retractable.
motor, and you just turn a key and they go down, turn a key, they go back up.
All 6.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
Wow.
game goals.
This is us, one of our first practices in the new gym. That's what you're seeing, the B team right here, and then our varsity's on the other end.
And then y'all have another gym that the girls can practice, then y'all can practice this one.
Yeah,
and
we
you rotate.
We kind of alternated. Or like today, he went from to 4:30, and the girls practice 4:30 to 6.
Okay.
It's great having 2 gyms to get as much.
Do you just keep your girls at school and let them do homework or do stuff like that? Yeah. That's
From the media, like the media platform where our film guy films from, or Troy Cable, like Nate and them came out and they came out and filmed the game for us.
I think this is when Nate filmed against Elba.
Yeah.
And then the volleyball standards are embedded in the court, so they
Yes.
just put the poles
Yes.
up. We have
And
the volleyball lines
you can
already
play.
down.
You can go regular way, or you can go sideways.
So you actually can have 2.
You could technically you
Games
could have
going
2 like summer league games going on in basketball, or 2 volleyball games
Okay.
going on.
And then you have those same standards for your old gym, what we call the old gym.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. There we go. And who are these?
That's the basketball teams. The top row right there is the B team. The ones in the red is the varsity, and the girls are on the bottom right there.
Now, Coach, do y'all try to dress up on away games, or how do
Yes.
y'all dress?
Yeah, normally we try to dress up for away area games.
Okay.
And then if it's not an area game, try to just wear something that has a school name on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Presentable and comfortable.
Now, who are these folks?
These are some of our seniors. 32 is Peyton Booth. Brady Cobb is wearing number 1, but he wears number 5 during the season. Number 10 is Braden Lawson, who normally wears number 1. 4 is Zay Adair. Number 2 is Chase Horseman. He wears number 10 for us. And then 25 is Dane Bannon. He normally wears 30.
Is Horseman the guy from
Wisconsin, yeah. He was in basic over the summer. He's joining the guard.
Really?
He just came back from.
What's his MOS? Or job skill? Do
I
you know?
could not tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
Hey,
There he is.
That's
right there.
him right there.
That's
Okay.
recent. He grew his hair back out a little bit.
Yeah.
okay.
There's
And
Braden Watson,
great.
Those are his parents.
Yeah.
Dane Bannon, Cole McDaniel.
Right, slow it down, Nate. Now, how tall is that fella?
Cole's
About 6'7".
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
Wow.
A little bit shorter than Coach right here.
There's Peyton Booth. There's Brady Cobb, and Miss Cobb's our superintendent.
Okay.
And there's Zay Adair. There's Shaw Kirkland.
And you have 8 seniors.
Yes, sir.
And that's my senior girls right there. Number 5 is Maddie Pasnicott. Number 22 is Destiny McWaters. Number 10 is Melanie Deal. And number 13 right there, that's Kayla McAllister.
Okay.
That's Destiny. I was not able to attend senior night. This past week I was quarantined. I had the COVID.
And who is this young lady?
That was Destiny McWaters right there.
There's Destiny.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's Maddie Pasnicott. And that's Kayla McAllister. And that's Melanie Deal.
And you've got 4
Mm-hmm.
seniors.
Got 4 seniors. 3 of them have never played this first year. Kaylin was my only returning senior. She's the only starter I'm losing as well.
Okay. All right, let's see. Now, what sports does Zion Chapel boys offer? Football?
Football, basketball, baseball, cross country, and I believe that's it. We do have the bass team, but they're not like a
Right.
Sanctioned.
Yeah, they're just, I got you. But they have the Zion Chapel stuff, but they're
Yeah.
not
Yes.
a athletic association
not.
sanctioned
Yeah.
team. And what about the girls?
Girls, you got volleyball, basketball, and softball and cross country.
Okay, and then of course the cheerleaders.
And cheerleading.
Yes.
You know, had to be in all the administrative stuff with the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Well, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming. And tomorrow night, again, Zion Chapel will host 3 games tomorrow, and we're going to play GW Long. Tip-off's at 4:30. How much does it cost to get the gym?
$7, I believe.
$7. Mm-hmm. And then you have a
You don't
nice
have to
concession.
you don't have to pay 3 times. Just once.
Okay, just once.
Yeah.
One ticket gets you in all 3 games. And most people want to skip the B team game, but our B team's
Yeah, our B
one of the
team's
best
really
ones
good.
around.
We're 14-4 on the season. Every game we've lost has been by 5 points or less.
Now, the guys that you brought up, they'll play JV.
They're going to continue to play their JV games until the season's over.
Right.
And once the season's over, unless we have a cancellation or the B team game isn't played.
Elba had to cancel the B team game Friday, so he moved Mason and Slade up
I got you.
to play with the varsity. They played with us over a Thanksgiving tournament as well.
So that's Tuesday night, and then Friday night we will host Kinston.
Yes.
And that probably a pretty good crowd since it's a
county rivalry.
I may have to come to that one.
It's going to be
Never.
good.
I want to see Sumlin play.
I told
his family a little bit.
I tell the boys all the time, there's 3 rules of life. You're gonna die, you're gonna pay taxes, and you cannot lose Kinston. So.
And then we'll close out the regular season, Wicksburg next Thursday night, and then we'll go to Pleasant Home on Friday. And then the following week, will the area tournament start that Monday or Tuesday or that
to be determined? Usually, the way they did it in years past, like either the boys will play that Monday or the girls will play that Monday, and then the following day the boys and girls will play the first round games, and then if you advance, you'll play that Thursday or Friday. We'll have to meet with the other area coaches and kind of get that schedule laid out. We got to send it into the state. I think by the 4th at noon or something like that.
Which we'll know the outcome of our area, where
This
it's
week.
hosted and all that by Thursday.
of next week.
Of this week.
This week.
Yeah, the area play. All of our area is through playing each other on Thursday. So.
Well, listen, on behalf of Troy Cable and on behalf of Nate Braystead in the booth, I want to thank Coach Bubba Lee, the girls' head basketball coach at Zion Chapel. And I want to thank Josh O'Neill, the head boys basketball coach, for coming. And we got someone in the studio. And who's our studio guest here?
Coach Joey McCrory, my assistant coach.
Yeah, Coach Joey
McCrory.
And go Rebels. Great school, great place to work, great place to go to school. And it's just, I'm so thankful that y'all were able to come and your tight schedule and all. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. And I want to thank these 2 men for coming again, Coach Lee and Coach O'Neill. And good luck tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
as
us.
you
I appreciate it. Thank you.
take on your opponent. And we'll see you in just a few minutes on Good News and Interviews. We'll be back.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Troy Cable is the leader in smart home security, giving you solutions to monitor, protect, and automate your home. Troy Cable Security keeps your property safe with 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency response. Control thermostats and lighting remotely, which allow options for saving energy and money. Control access to your home remotely with integrated controls for door locks. You can even add our smart home cameras, which allow you to see what you care about instantly. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. No.
Can you hear me? Welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had the Zion Chapel basketball coaches on the show. Bubba Lee, he's the girls' coach. And we have Josh O'Neill. He was the boys' coach. They play tomorrow night at home versus GW Long. And on Friday, they'll host a county rival in the name of Kinston. Kinston will come into Jack, Alabama to play Zion Chapel. And the first games tip off at 4:30. This Saturday morning at the Troy Sportsplex in the outdoor pool, there will be a polar bear plunge. In just a minute, Nate's going to show you some pictures. I signed up today. I gave my $25 participant fee to Diana Lee at Troy Bank and Trust. The polar bear plunge is around the corner this Saturday. Come about 8:30, 8:45, register, and here are your sponsorships. You got $25 participant fee, Ice Cube sponsorship at $100, Icicle sponsorship at $300, Polar Ice Cap sponsorship at $500, and your Iceberg sponsorship at $750. You can get a free T-shirt out of the deal, and but it's going to be kind of chilly Saturday morning. But I've made the first one. I missed last year, but I'll be diving this Saturday morning or jumping. And there's a picture 2 years ago. I usually will load up on polar bear milk. I get it from 122 Igloo Way in Fairbanks, Alaska. And I have on a little bit of sunscreen. Won't need much of that. But there's my shower cap. And I'll be jumping in. And there's a previous picture of it in years past. And people line up around the pool. And there's a free T-shirt that you get. Last year they had so many participants. And with COVID, they had to do 2 different waves. And after you get through out of the cold pool, you just walk on indoors, and the indoor pool is kind of warm up for you, and you can kind of warm up just a little bit and go in the locker room, change clothes, draw off, and go home. But the Pike, this is a fundraiser for the Troy Pike Habitat for Humanity. Of course, what they do is they build homes in this area of Pike and Troy, and in the surrounding communities. They're in the process of taking applications, and that's been put on hold because of COVID, but this is a great fundraiser for the Troy Pike Habitat for Humanity. Polar Bear Plunge this Saturday, be at the Sportsplex about 8:45, and they'll dive about 9. It won't take long, but you still have a chance to register. Go to the PikeHabitatForHumanity.com. You can find it on Facebook, or you can call Troy Bank and Trust Company and ask for Diana Lee, and she can give you the instructions. I want to thank our sponsors for this show. Of course, I got most of them lined up on the table here. The first one I want to thank is Ponstalker 2 LLC. I want to thank Jim Mullis and Mr. Jet Trotter for their sponsorship. Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, Alabama. Mr. Jason Gregory. He's got 3 beautiful girls who ride the rodeo circuit here in the southeast part of Alabama and Georgia and sometimes Mississippi. I think they were in Tennessee not long ago. I want to thank Premier Dodge. The Chicken Shack of Luverne. Jody and I drove to Luverne last night. Got something from the to-go window. We drove to downtown Luverne, and we had a picnic inside the truck. The Chicken Shack, it was established in 1968. It's in Luverne, Alabama, 335-6566. We have Flowers Realty. They'll put flowers in your yard. Here's the baseball cap they gave me, and you can get them at 482-0393. That's Billy Ann and Mr. Kevin Flowers. They'll put flowers in your yard. If you are looking for an apartment or a home, or you want to sell one, contact them for all your real estate needs. Flat Tops and Fiddles, Don and Jan Brown. They're located on the square in downtown Troy. They've got an array of guitars and banjos and mandolins and other things. And at that location, Lenny Trawick and Kat Deal, they offer lessons, guitar lessons to people who are interested in learning how to play the guitar. Lenny usually does it on Mondays and Tuesdays and maybe some Wednesdays, but Kat Deal, a graduate of Charles Citizen High School, she's about to graduate from Troy University. I think she'll be playing on the square at one of the locations this Friday night, but Kat is from the Banks, Monticello area up there around Josie, and just a fabulous singer. Our next sponsor is Fraley's. Mr. Dan Fraley has two locations, one in Troy, one in Enterprise. And about 2 years ago, I got some old lumber from my mother-in-law and father-in-law's home, Herbert and Shirley Fowler, and we had about 12 or 14 frames made out of that wood. And Dan did a wonderful job, and I cannot say enough about Dan Fraley Frames. They're local here in Troy and in Enterprise. Also, our next sponsor is Abby Lee Photography. She just happens to be the daughter of Jody and Forrest Lee. And you can get in touch with her at abbyleephotography.co. Leave off the M. And she does weddings, she does she does wedding announcements, she does graduation pictures. But for all your photography needs, contact Abby Lee Photography. Troy Bank and Trust. I've been working with them since I was 17 years old. They've been my bank. They're a local bank. They're the only bank you'll ever need. They have 3 or 4 locations here in Troy and about 14 throughout this part of Alabama. I love Troy Bank and Trust. Next sponsor is Pike County Co-op, location in Troy and in Goshen. It was established in 1936. You can get some raw peanuts there. They have canned peanuts as well. They got all kind of fertilizer, seed, feed, tack, you name it, they've got it. And I noticed the other day they got pallets full of soil and potting mix coming in. You can get hay, pine straw there. You can get shovels, scoops, axes, anything that you need co-op wise. Go see them in Goshen or here in Troy. And I want to thank them for their sponsorship. ChimneySauces.com. You can log on to that. They got 2 or 3 different sauces. They're located around Lake Martin in the Auburn area, and they've got a great array of hot sauces. The next one we have is Whaley Pecan, 566-3504, and that's where I get all my pecan needs, either chopped up pecans or whole pecans. Microwaved some whole pecans the other night, and I just couldn't stop eating them. But I want to thank that family, the Whaleys, for their sponsorship. It's a fabulous business, and you can go Monday through Friday. They have a little store. You can go in and buy little bags of $1 or $2.50 or whatever. They got all kind of candies, pecan-based treats, pecan pies, coconut pies, and you can just fill up a bag. Valentine's Day's coming up. Get you a bag. They'll put it in a Valentine's bag, and there's for your sweetheart, your secretary, whoever. We have Bird Drug Company, one of my favorite places to eat breakfast. See Mr. Joe Watson and his staff for all your prescription needs. They're located on 81 North Court Square in Troy, Alabama. We have Troy Paint and Body. They're on South Brunion Street, the Broadaways. You can see them for all your needs, 670-9699. Want to thank also Jackson Hardware in Brundage, Alabama. I want to thank the staff at the Hartley's at I think we're about to run out of time, but they have an array of steak sauces there at Southern Grill and Patio. Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you for joining us tonight for Good News and Interviews. We'll see you next Monday night. Let's have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you for joining us.